шантаж Уайчепеля. Не знаю, насколько джойстика хватит. Честно, не знаю. Насколько хватит, столько я буду играть, в принципе. Теперь на выход. Тут, конечно, есть дополнение одно к этой игре. Но там что там идет? Пистолет, меч и плащ, по-моему. Все. Так что смысла его брать нету. Опять?
Что такое?
Да, походу, что игра подвисает. Хрен его знает, с чем это связано. Хрен его знает. Так, вот еще торговец.
Welcome, sir.
I'm Doctor.
Doctor?
Right then. Show.
Так, что есть продать, если есть? Так. Портсигары даже. Не ускоряется так. Что все блестит-то?
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr.
There is no Dorothy Crane.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet...
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to...
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to. I must
I have no... A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Далеко же он видит. Главный помощник Дороти Крейн, да. Нифига себе тут больных-то.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Так.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
For there is no protection against malevolence and trickery.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help?
I heard you're investigating an underground
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain nurse...
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr.
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to him.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Goodbye, Mr.
Ну да. Куда ж без них? Воу, нифига ударчик. Просто выпил до конца. Низшего вампира выпил. Ну как? Я хотел... Думал, не добьет, а он его допил. А у этого что, ничего не было, да? Печально. Сюда не попасть. Эта вот вся эпидемия инфлюенции мне очень напоминает коронавирус у нас. Только у нас не настолько жестоко все.
А у них там чем чума какая-то?
Инфлюенса?
Инфлюенса?
Ага. Испанский гриб. Ага, тут рядом скали ползают, и спокойно бродит тут, да? Нормально. По кладбищу так гуляет поэт. Короче, ему отказали. А он поэт этому.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed.
Please be my guest.
Скорее всего, стихи куда-то отправлял, и ему отказали.
Really? I'm a poet, sir.
Did you know the mute florist?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery.
I fear...
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Вы безнадежный романтик. Виновен по всем пунктам.
Are you not?
Самое критично.
Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her.
Tell me, Miss...
The place is not beautiful
Do you not...
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of...
What can you tell...
Not much. And that...
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she...
Maybe I prefer she remains a...
Perhaps you're...
One day, perhaps.
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight. The barren smiles...
If you say so.
Such vibrant and...
Vivid.
Oh, yes? The...
You don't really make a living from your...
No, sir, I don't. I work so...
When she was younger, my mother was a painter and a poet. She told me many times how poor her artist friends were, and how she helped.
My parents pay for my rent, my food, and my clothes. All I have to give them in return is lies they do not believe.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure.
May I ask you a few questions about the...
Extraordinary part of town is...
I'm looking for...
Dorothy...
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I'll leave you. Hello again, miss. Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. I know. Very well.
Блин. Сколько там за нее? 5000 дадут, да? Если сожрать.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Так, а какой уровень гипноза нужен? 5. А у меня 1. Сначала гипноз нужен. Чтобы увести и потом просто сожрать. Ага. То есть надо будет лекарства делать всем этим засранцам. Просто чем они здоровее, чем о них я больше знаю, тем больше за них я опыта получаю, если сожрать. Так, я тут не знаю еще. 1, 2, 3, 4. А средства от головной боли я пока не знаю. Чем они там? Давай пообщаемся.
Excuse me, sir.
Another journalist?
I'm not a journalist.
A doctor, you say?
Really?
I'm Joe Peterson.
May I?
I'll do what?
Not
familiar.
This part of town.
Totally.
Have you heard of an Dorothy? Could you please tell?
He's a nice.
Goodbye, Mr.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid. Cheap price, good quality. Come on.
Hello, young man.
Sorry.
Your father is what?
So my father. Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
Сначала я вас обнесу. Ты же не против? Хотя у вас так нет ни хрена, но я еще хуже сделаю.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
При этом... денег нет, при этом у них двухэтажный дом. Нормально.
It's locked.
Тут закрыто. А у кого ключ? То ли у папки, то ли у сына. Папка не может работу найти. Он еще ведь и не сломается нифига. Давай с мелким пообщаемся.
Even my dream.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be...
Speaking of which,
What can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around.
You have a roof over your head, a place to call home. Many people here are not as lucky, you know.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry?
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Боится жизни он.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
Can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities. But I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Do you know...
Yes?
Goodbye.
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
Where's my money? You again?
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side.
Since the...
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. People won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Goodbye.
Fancy buck.
You never... How is business?
Business? I have no business.
I see. Sounds like you...
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
As a merchant...
What you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap?
Violence is...
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of...
Where did this happen?
In the closed workshops nearby. I work there as an apprentice in bed.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those...
Goodbye.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Так.
I'll come back when only one person's in.
Так, и остался тут еще двое. Да. О, вот он и вышел.
You again?
How did you become the local?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got
Да,
enlisted by the
бандям
wet boot boys, a
помогать.
gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
Что же ему ляпнуть-то? Нужен третий, чтобы его сожрать.
You survive at any cost, even at...
I don't care what you think, sir.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your...
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Goodbye, Mr.
Чертов детектив, блин. Если их жрать, то надо узнать, как... Чтобы опыт получить.
What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems...
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him, exactly?
Well, despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. And these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson?
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us...
And no one...
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against a wet boot.
Goodbye.
Я знаю, что надо к нему.
А что там? Кто? Злый какой-то тоже.
Да нет.
Мясо?
А, про вампиров. То бишь про меня. Пора обзываться.
карту совершенства?
Да, он просто оружие в разные руки беру. Я все думаю, что у него все без пистолета, да без пистолета. А у меня там, оказывается, двуручное оружие стоит. Опа. Увидел, блядь. Вот и все. Тебя порвало. Гадина. Что у нас тут еще есть? Шиллинги, портсигар. Ты ничего? А, вон наверху еще что-то есть. Туда не попасть, да? Что за? О, топор. Старый. И что у нас там за топорик такой? Урон 65, да? Так себе, конечно, будет. Так, а в конце сколько будет? 220, да? А у этой тоже 220. Ну, где вы тут, ребятки, я вас видел? О, еще один. Охренеть, блин. Заныкался.
Это кто? Кто где?
Ага. Да, умри уже. Свинцовая пластина, да? Привет, Маккензи, спасибо. Так, это тенью не забить. Так. Вот гад, укусил ведь, а. Вас тут, по-моему, трое было. А, он третий. Алло. О, еще есть. Пойду-ка этого все-таки грохну. Где он там? А, у вас там тут тоже двое, да? А это что, пустой был, что ли? Или я сразу его забрал? Хер поймешь. А, понятно где. Я думаю, где я оказался? Можно, конечно, вот так вот долго бегать, потихоньку прокачиваться. А можно людей жрать. Охренеть. Как раз к этому пришел.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. Don't you see we're on the same side?
I'm nothing like
Yes,
that.
you are. You too.
I have to admit your words have color.
Что тут у тебя есть? Нефиг так деньги раскидывать. Особенно, когда здесь хожу ушлый я. У этого бронхит еще. Древние врыкалаки. Ну и название, конечно, тоже.
It's locked, all right.
А ключ, походу, у тебя, да? Говорить мне с тобой не особо охота. Если что, потом поболтаем. Опять? Что за нахрен-то? А это я обратно ушел, да? Ох, харкают-то все какая. Да, я тоже харков. Растворнат. У них там походу что-то все серьезно. Что тут еще есть? Вроде все нашел. Я вижу, что тебе нужна помощь.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration. But he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor, none at all.
I need to perform a track.
Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. Drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see.
Жажда. Вылазит.
I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
A dose of
Операцию делают.
now.
Yes, Doctor.
Адреналин. Сердце остановилось. О, ожил. Вот что значит гениальный хирург. На коленке операцию сделал.
We've lost the pulse.
А, нет, не выжил.
He's gone, Doctor.
Yes. We did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
У него еще жажда проснулась во время операции.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
Так.
To what do I owe this courtesy?
It's locked, all right.
Закрыто, да? Монетки.
This is an unfitting place for the illustrious Dr. Reed. You shouldn't be here. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this blackmail. For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me?
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest...
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
Да ну.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she...
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fun...
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Какая еще подсказка-то? Эту подсказку не нашел, что с ней еще можно сделать.
No. Your place is here. Jailing you would be an even greater crime. So, here is my proposition. I'll look the other way on your little enterprise. In exchange, you will resign from the Pembroke Hospital and provide me with medical supplies when the need arises.
Dr. Reed! That sounds like a business proposition. My accomplice, then?
No, just a privileged client. My research may require the occasional rare piece of equipment or ingredient. I'll pay good coin in exchange, fair and honest, to help finance your noble endeavors.
We have ourselves a deal, Doctor. Good customers are always welcome.
Yes, Nurse Crane. We have a deal.
Можно было, конечно, сожрать.
It's locked.
Оу. Гости пришли. Не, это люди. Нехило так его подкинуло. Да вон я тебя вижу. Точнее, я вас всех вижу. Ну что ж, пойдем дальше. В убежище, что ли, сначала зайти? О, недалеко тут. А вот туда я прыгнуть не могу почему-то. Не пускают. Блин, есть места, на котором вполне спокойно может прыгнуть. Да только хрена с два там. Так, где-то тут, да? А так что-нибудь покажет? Интересно. Ни хрена тут кровище-то. Видишь?
Пипец. Это кого-то подскользяет.
Хрен его знает. Тел-то нету. И где мне искать эту коробку? Ядреную ложь. Так, она наверху. Так, заходим наверх. А, вон она где. Як макалек. Еще в уши, оказывается.
This could be the box Lewis thought he...
Так. Что за коробка?
Lost. There's a letter inside.
Да, посмотрим, что за письмо такое. Нормально. И кому коробку отдать?
A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife, addressed to Barrett Lewis.
Любовнику или
Who
рогоносцу?
should I give it to, I wonder?
Там коробка с безделушками и письмо. Если отдам рогоносцу, он будет убивать. Ой, блин. Так, вот рогоносец, которого так все боятся, а вот любовничек.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus. I found this box in an abandoned building nearby. I believe it belongs to you.
Let's have a look. Yeah, this is mine. So, you faced those loons that roam around there. Extraordinary.
I suppose I was lucky.
Luck is a commodity round here. Yours should be properly...
About this package, it's not just tools and trinkets, is it?
I want to be rude or anything after your kind gesture, but it's none of your business.
Goodbye, Flip.
А это кого чья? Баба у этого.
Вот у этого жена развлекалась вот с этим, с его лучшим другом.
Заботником с этим.
Ну да. Так. Что у нас тут еще есть? Тут закончили. Ага. Думаю, сейчас еще зайду туда.
В Англии, что ли, где-то?
В Лондоне. А это вообще в другую сторону. Так, давай-ка сначала в убежище заглянем. Сейчас сделаем лекарство. Просто чем тяжелее это состояние района, тем больше этих всяких тварей вылазит. А чем больше их вылазит, тем больше мне сражаться. Че, еще минут 40, наверное, играть буду.
Как там отдыхаешь, что просто спит?
Он прокачивается так еще. Распределяешь опыт по способностям. Так поднимаешь уровень. И он спит до следующей ночи. Все, кого убил, на следующей ночи появляются снова. Так. Станочек. А что, я исследовать не могу его? Это образец крови, который я подобрал.
Как ты исследуешь?
Лекарства, по-моему, появляются новые. Может, аптечка новая появится. Бутылка нафиг. Опиум для народа. Ну, вот это вот можно продать, в принципе. Есть лекарство. Так, это 60 единиц крови восстанавливает. А тут здоровье. Так, какие мне там лекарства надо? Для этих придурков. Переутомление. Переутомление. 3 переутомления. 4. Получается 4 переутомления. 1 мигрень.
Да иди ты к черту.
2 простуды. И бронхит. Так, простуда. Анемии нет, сепсиса нет, пневмонии нет. Да, еще одна простуда сделаем. От головной боли, вот не знаю, лекарства. Так что не могу пока сделать ничего. Может, пропустил где, я не знаю. Может, не купил. Ой-ой-ой. Не тормози, овца престарелая. Овцы и так тормозят, когда они престарелые, они вообще как тормоза дикие. Ладно, хоть никто не видит, как он так прыгает. Так, а это здоровый. Это здоровый. Это тоже здоровый. Так, вроде ничего не пропустил, да? Да, так, вспомогательно. О, у этого простуда.
Good evening.
And good evening.
Do you need medical
It may be wise.
I understand.
The nutrition of...
I'll leave you.
Угу. Так, это здоровое. Так. Вот на кой черт мне туда прыгать? Я несколько раз туда прыгал, так и не понял. О, вот это переутомление.
Good evening.
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice.
If you persist...
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye. Good evening.
Change.
Do you need any assistance?
It.
I'm
Forgive me.
Goodbye. Good evening, Harry.
Sure. Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
So,
I'm not bothered.
do you need any...
Yes, I do.
You'll
I'm not
Do you remember when Baron...
Not really. I was...
Why?
Because it hurts to remember a time when my father...
How was
He was nice.
Your
I
father...
was young then.
Have you
I
tried...
don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave.
But you...
Am I not?
Goodbye.
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
Ну, у этого еще бронхит.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Doctor. If you...
We've not been...
I am.
So Dorothy,
Like my...
she seems
more than...
Tell me everything you know about...
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost...
Are you not what?
She is as brave as she is tough.
Are you in love?
Don't be stupid.
Who is she, really?
She's not from around here, that's all.
You say she has no close family.
Well, there's that awful poet who constant...
Did you?
Yes.
You could have told...
As a great writer recently said...
Tell me...
I do not...
Do you...
Who knows?
Don't be embarrassed.
It's quite awkward to talk about our family.
This war won't last.
No.
I know...
I know my dad.
But Romania...
It is not that...
How did you mean...
I'm her old...
You mean...
Really?
Goodbye.
Блин.
Yes?
Do you need some help?
I am very...
Well,
Reader.
goodbye. It's locked, all right.
Мигрень я тебе вылечить не помогу. Еще никак.
How are you?
I'm not your...
Do you need assistance?
Please.
There you go.
Very funny.
Goodbye.
Так, пойдем туда сходим.
Not me.
Так. Там я забирал. Так, а тут у нас что? Неплохо. Очень даже неплохо. Чего? бешеный песик, блядь. А за образцы крови спасибо. Я из них потом аптечек смогу сделать. И где этот пункт у них тут? А, это тут, с этой стороны. О, кажется, понял. Это тут должна быть дверь. Угу. Как туда попасть?
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Короче говоря, меня тут поджидает, да? Ага, наверх ты не поднимаешься, да? Угу. Значит, надо обойти все это, да? Поворот налево должен быть. Опа. Попал ведь, а? Еще один, что ли, появился? Так, из этих я, по-моему, сразу получил, из боссов-то. Еще этих мелких было до сраки. Не сюда. Вот это. Я тоже кусаться умею. Значит, раньше укусил, да? Охуеть ты. А, блять. Так, все, нет, собрал. Вас тут было 4. Так, я думал, что еще не все. Вот сюда-то вот я прыгнуть могу. А, тут заброшенный дом. По половине. Так, что тут еще было? Ничего, да? Наверх не подняться, так что идем сюда. Что-то ребенок вечно орет. О, там еще один есть, как минимум. И он с 17-го. А я, блин, только 10-го. Мощный все-таки удар, однако. Так, а это что? Ножик. Старый кол. Лежал как ножик. Так, что-то у меня не показывает это комментарий. Сейчас посмотрю. Что-то не отображается. А, нет, все нормально. Что сглипнуло? Один и тот же комментарий 2 раза показал. Скорее всего, то, что ее не считают вампиром, ее скорее не то, что успокоит, а оскорбит. Она ж лбом в ворота бьется, говорит, что она вампир. Чокнутая она, короче. Да. Ну что ж, недолго мне играть осталось. Так, сейчас, скорее всего, продам то, что у меня лишнее.
It's locked. Good evening. Please show me. Of course.
Так, это то, что есть у него, да? Оружие я потом посмотрю. Так, колечко вам продам. Это продам. И вот так вот. Так. Сначала давай с этой с чокнутой поболтаем. А вон она.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I need blood, doctor. Warm.
Tell me, Thelma.
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt.
You mean you actually saw a vampire?
Yes, and it has been the answer.
You have no idea.
Why fear?
Tell me. Would you say...
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he does...
Do you plan to make him a vampire?
Of course not. How could I...
Так, тут все, да?
I have made inquiries about the men who were tracking you, Miss Howcroft.
I did not expect a mortal to have this sort of courage.
There is no hunt, and nobody is searching for you.
Your lies did...
Она, по-моему, хоть как не поверила бы, по-моему.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that
If
cabinet
only
fellow.
there were more of us, with less resignation and more determination.
А, ну это там хавает. Страшно у нас
I
все-таки.
would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man.
Hiding your true appetites behind a facade of compassion.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but new.
No need to apologize, my lady. I know exactly what you endure.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiry.
I see. Please excuse my agitation.
I must confess I have not put an end to the blackmail, my lady.
I'm so disappointed in you, Jonathan.
Lady Ashbury, you yourself admitted how ridiculous the sum of money was. I can assure you, it was all used for charity.
Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you, Jonathan?
I believe I could agree to that.
And since a lady always keeps her promises...
A vampire?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks.
So we are Ekons.
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man referred...
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
So me being a vampire?
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
Excuse my forward...
Me? Goodness, no.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our... hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this brother?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society.
And...
As you well know, suspicious...
Why did you save me?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William...
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, scowls are the
What type of vampire is a skull?
Not a true vampire. The deformed
I know this is beyond the pale, but...
Really? And I thought you would...
Very well.
A lady...
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
When I awoke, changed.
Though I can't be certain. More than likely it was the once glory.
Once glorious.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society.
Are there many
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is...
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the...
I've been away from London and England for 3 years.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan.
The Spanish...
Yes, but it's not just that.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is...
I bid you farewell.
I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doctor.
I'd like...
Wise choice, Doctor.
У тебя ничего хорошего. Так, вот у нас еще. Давай скорость стрельбы сделаем.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scows. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
Угу. Двуручная, да? Ну давай так. В принципе, нафиг не нужно. Сейчас тут чуть прокачаемся и все. По 2000, да, уже везде. Ладно. Тоже 600 надо, да? И тут 600. Вот так вот. Просто вот еще одного. Хер его знает, где он. Головную боль я лечить не могу. Тут я еще не был. Он проходил, но ни с кем не общался. Толком-то. Музычка, конечно, так себе. Ладно, хватит пока. Завтра на работу. Так что надо заканчивать. И, походу, джойстик еще и сел совсем.